Hi everybody, it's Honest John. I lost my virginity to a prostitute. I was in my early 20s. That's right. I managed to get through both high school and college without getting laid at the height of the sexual revolution. I mean, that's how shy and socially awkward I was. I had done some dating, but not very much. Hadn't had a steady girlfriend for longer than a few weeks. So I went into New York City and I found a very, very nice lady who cheerfully, expertly, and sensitively deflowered me. Now, since then, I've done a lot of work on myself, and I'm pretty proud of the me that I've become. But if I hadn't done all that work, I might still be visiting hookers from time to time. Now, here in the USA and in other places in the world, there are places where prostitution is legal. But mostly, it's not. In California, it's kind of weird. Prostitution is illegal, but making porn films is legal. That's really kind of strange and contradictory. It's illegal to fuck for money unless you turn on a camera. Now, most of the laws against prostitution have been on the books since colonial days with some revisions. And they stem from our Puritan roots. But there are certain things people are going to do no matter what. And the law isn't going to make any difference. We will drink. People drank during Prohibition. We will get high. Yes, we will get high. And we will fuck. Turning those things into crimes just makes life more complicated for both the buyer and the seller. Human sexual trafficking flourishes because prostitution is illegal, just as the drug cartels flourish because of the war on drugs. When you make these kind of things illegal, you turn them into the property of the criminal underworld. You give them to people who will use them to do evil. And it also encourages other crimes. A guy who goes to a legally registered prostitute would be much safer than somebody who's just picking someone up on the street. And a legal prostitute is much less likely to be victimized. She might have need for security, but she doesn't need a pimp. Let's take, for example, Singapore. I've been there. And when it comes to even minor crimes, they are very strict. Like graffiti or vandalism. Stuff like that will get you caned. Littering is a $1,500 fine, and they enforce it. You can't even chew gum in public. But prostitution, you come in, you register, you get checked up periodically, you are legal. And not only that, but when a prostitute is legal and registered, she pays taxes. They are meticulously monitored. And if someone tries to rip them off or harm them, they can call the cops, who will treat them with the same respect that every other citizen gets. Operating in that kind of daylight discourages the kind of crimes that victimize people. Here in America or in other places where prostitution is illegal, the prostitute feels like she can't go to the cops because she is a criminal. And that happens with the people who are trafficked too. It's changing, but it happens all the time, where someone who is basically a victim, a slave, someone who's been kidnapped or in other ways coerced into prostitution, is treated like the criminal by the cops. Keeping that kind of stuff in the shadows does a tremendous amount of harm. Now, look at our society. Just about everything is a commodity. So why shouldn't sex be? As long as there are people like what I used to be, who they just need someone that they can go and pay their money to and not have to deal with the social rituals involved in getting laid because they can't handle them. So let them pay a few bucks and get their dick sucked or get some pussy or whatever. Because that's the free market. People talk about let the free market handle it. Well, let the free market handle prostitution. Let the free market handle the need for sex. Regulate it, tax it, keep it safe. And let's face it, pussy is very valuable. If a woman wants to use it to make some money, I don't see where the government has any business messing with that. Business is business. Let the free market decide. Now, let me tell you something. I love doing comedy. I am so lucky to be doing comedy. It's the best job I will ever have. But if I could make a living fucking, I'd never tell another joke. Thanks for listening.